right, welcome back everyone to the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta. Watching the Scotch Doubles, January 2nd Scotch Doubles tournament. Sunday afternoon here in Calgary. Second round of A-side, Clint and Kirk, who just broke there and scratched. Made a whole bunch of balls. He made 3 balls there. 4 balls if you count the cue ball. Clint and Kirk taking on Mike and Carrie. Carrie at the table right now. So just give me a moment, guys, and I will get the comments going on Facebook and YouTube here so I can follow along with both for you guys. Assuming my phone will load up some comments here for me. Wi-Fi in here tends to be a little sticky sometimes. But I got it. Happy New Year, Sean. And everyone else tuning in. If you're just joining in, it's Ben Francis on the mic here. You guys can do me a favor, click that share button for me. We're going to be live all day. This is going to be a long one. Race to 6 on the winner side. Race to 4 on the loser side. We had 17 teams show up. Great turnout for Scotch Doubles. It's 34 players. Lots of great teams. 1240 Fargo cap, so your team had to fit within that. Carey looks like a little off angle on this 3. I think you can just roll it forwards, just a little off the rail. Kind of like that. Take some distance on the 4. Mike can pot this. Fantastic potter. I've seen Mike play lots. I've seen 3 out of these 4 players play quite a bit. I would have to say this is one of the stronger teams. Mike and Carey, both great shooters. Good to see you tuning in too, Paul. Patrick Neal on the YouTube. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Stop shot here. You want to leave angle on the 8. And now Mike can play a little draw out to middle table or go forward if he likes going forward. I don't mind going forward here. 2 rails, top inside. A little closer, a little straighter, but he can draw out to middle is fine too. Just like that. Almost dead center. You see that a lot from these cagey old players. They know you put the cue ball in the middle of the table is going to be good. Carey should be able to pot this no problem. He's just got to watch the cue ball doesn't get lost on him, so he's going to stun it. Just like that. A little spin shot. Nice pace of play there from these gentlemen too. Didn't take much time to get to work there. And they're on the board already and breaking. Alternate break format here at the Leather Pocket. January 2nd Scotch Doubles tournament. 1240 Fargo cap if you're just tuning in. Playing 10 ball. That's right, Fabian. We know Mike well. Mike Verdum from Saskatoon. Such a nice guy. Mainstay around these parts now. He plays a lot, so we see him every week. And him and Carey are going to be a force, I feel like, in this format. You guys got to watch Eric and Carlo put a whooping on me and Derek. We let a couple shots get away, otherwise the score could have been much different. But it's the way it goes. Race 6 pretty short. Doesn't take many mistakes. Just making sure they mark the score. 1-0. Mike and Carey taking on Clint and Kirk. Obviously, I know Mike and Carey quite well. They play every week. Clint, I've known for years, since I was quite young playing this game. So we played on a Vegas team together once upon a time. Used to play lots of tournaments. Clint did. He's kind of getting back into it now. It's nice to see. Dry break from Carey. He knows this table breaks tough too. He plays here enough to know that. So he tried to take a little off to get those balls to go on the side more, the 8-9, but it didn't quite work out. Just missed on one of them. And good call. They got told to put the masks on. Back to pool, they say. Back to the pool. A little tricky to play in the mask for sure. It's not preferred, but rules are rules, I suppose. And you'll see a lot of this from these guys. They play fantastic safe shots, as put on display there from Mike. The last match they had went hill-hill. It was a fantastic match. Jonathan De La Cruz and Ray Panta lost hill-hill to Mike and Carey first round. I sure hope there's sound. Can you guys hear me? It would be disappointing if I'd been talking to myself this whole time. I see my sound bars moving. Hopefully it's just Ladonga that can't hear me. Maybe somebody out there can give me a mic check. Loud and clear. All right, there we go. Yeah, just had to hit the sound button. Oh, nice kick here, but where's the cue ball gone? Straight in the pocket. Tough one. A little unlucky it ended up going there, but he did let it fly. And Clint's a good player. He'll make the correction, tell him, you know, you got to kick that one a little softer, just a little bit. And thank you guys for the mic check. It's good to be sure. When one says they can't hear me, I get a little worried. Nice little roll forward there. Feel like he needed more angle or a little bit less, possibly. This is not perfect. I think a little less angle might get him better on the 3, but Carey can handle this. He's coming above it. Oh, and he hit it so well. Turns out the angle was perfect. Mike's got to punch this one over a little bit. What's up, Laura, Sandra, CJ, Jeremy? Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you're clicking that share button. Lots for us today. Lots of great pool to come. Punch that one all the way down there. He did. Looks like he tried to top through it and around it and just, and no, he just punched it. But look at this cagey little safe shot. What a shot from Carey. These old gents have shown their knowledge right away, putting on display a couple of great safeties. Happy New Year to everyone else out there just tuning in. Let's see, they kicked it. Left it a little tough. Don't think he can fly at the bank here. The shape on the 5 is not available, so another little safe shot we're going to see. Let me chip that towards the 8 and send the cue ball up kind of where his head was there. But he lost both balls. And he's left this pretty long, though, and I don't think you can just hold the cue ball there. I kind of like Kerry was explaining like the side-to-side safe, but only the 10 covered it that way. I do like the shot Mike played. If the 4 had have ended up on the 8 ball and the cue ball, you know, sort of up on that right side rail, middle diamond, they got back regardless. And is there a window here? I think he's reaching for his break jump. And he is. We'll see. Might just be about half of the 5 ball. I don't think it's all of the 5 ball that he's got to get over here. And he is going to try to make the 4 in the top right. It's kind of like that middle distance jump. It's not too bad from here. I would expect him to get close on this 4 ball. I hit it pretty full. Didn't get away with it this time. Clint's not going to hate this shot. Although it's tough when you haven't got to pot too many balls on this table yet. This is not easy elevated. He chooses the safe, but I think he sold it out. Definitely has. All Mike's got to do is negotiate shape to the 5, but it goes in the left side if he doesn't want to try to do too much. Or he could just play above it. Play the 5 in the bottom left, I think, is a safer way. Takes a 7 out of the equation. Or spin over and play it in the right side. I guess he had enough angle to do that as well. Came a little far, but 6 is over the hole. That's why you see Kerry pointing over here. Because he doesn't need to get close to the 6. It's right near the pocket. So he doesn't need to get crazy with this 5. Just make sure he pots it. Nothing wrong with this. Put it on Mike to come with some shape here. I think it goes by the 10. Between the 10-8, sort of. Hear me on YouTube as well. Yeah, sometimes it can just be a Facebook thing. You gotta reset it, but YouTube tends to come in a little clearer. Oh, he hit it thick, and the cue ball slowed way down. The angle was not bad to come down table, but if he hits it a little thick, it slows down like that. If he hits it a little thinner, it sort of cuts the 6 into the heart of the pocket. That cue ball would have came down much further. Kerry's called the 10. He's going to try to billiard this 10 ball in. With some sort of, oh, it was wired. What a shot he's made there. Not quite wired, but he made it look wired. A fantastic pot. Quick shout out to my man Nick here. Just did a couple of tips for me. Always does fantastic work. I would never go to anybody else. Absolute, man. If you need cue repairs or you want some accessories, you want a custom break jump cue, I would highly recommend his break jump shafts. Carbon fiber, of course, but he makes great shooting shafts as well. Just jump cues, all kinds of stuff. Make sure you give him a call, tell him I sent you. And of course, he put them on my Jacoby Black shafts. G2 soft, if anybody's curious. So we got some other good matches going on around the room. 17 teams showed up for this Scotch Doubles today. Great turnout, 34 players. Clint goes with the cut break, got all kinds of stuff moving there. And still nothing goes in. How tough does this table break? Doesn't matter how you hit it. Early 10s is pretty common unless stated otherwise. 10 ball is just like 9 ball, only with call shot. So you can win by making the 10 early as long as you contact the lowest numbered ball first. And call it. No problem, Roy. Thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year to you too. And everybody else watching. 2-0, Mike and Carey leading Clint and Kirk. Let's see what Kirk can do here to try to get him and Clint into this match. Just misses that one ball. And I mean, Mike and Carey got to be feeling great about this match. They did just squeeze by their first match. So they're playing pretty free right now, I would say. And they got to like their chances here. They've potted a lot more balls than their opponent. I don't know if Clint and Kirk have potted a ball yet. Oh, beautiful little rail first shot there. You see what he did? What a nice little shot from Mike. Knows the game well. That's the shot there. Made it look easier than it was. Let's see what Carey does here, because he needs to get pretty precise on this 4. They got to make a plan for the 6. It's hard to get above it, above the 5. So he looked at just staying below it. But then that makes the 6 really hard because you'd have to roll the 5 in. And can't really roll it in full table. Nonetheless, he's got to use the rest for this shot. Made it way tougher to be precise, and he got a flick on the 7, which got him there. Any piece of the 7 got him there, so whatever works, I guess. If he had missed that 7, it would have changed everything. Oh, and this could be the first ball potted from Clint and Kirk. Clint shot here. He's got to put some kind of wizard stroke on this so it is missable. He's going to try to draw back and get on the 6. He's got a big stroke, though. It wouldn't surprise me if he got there, but he didn't. Took what he could get. Leave some distance. I don't know if this combo is that makeable. You got to cut the 6 quite a bit, I think. And he's on the wrong side of it to be able to cut it a lot. So we'll see if he's just going to find a safe, I think would be the better play. He just chipped the 6 2 rails kind of to the logo, to the middle diamond on the bottom rail here. Try to leave the cue ball up table. He tried to go the other way, but the side pocket bit him. That's a little unlucky. It's a little unlucky. I think the play for Mike here is to actually play the 6 up table, yeah, to the bottom left here. I think that's right. I don't think you need to make the combo on the 9, because the 9 to the 10 is quite easy. He hit it a little wide and overran it a touch. That was touch and go there a little bit. Sorry, guys. Just had to whip the boy into shape. He's running around the room with his food in his hand. Silly rabbit. Tough to play, stream, babysit all at the same time, you know. He has a lot of fun here, so I like to bring him. Meanwhile, looks like Carey's pretty good on this 9, but he's got to be a little careful. Balls that are deep in the pocket are tough to control, so I like what he's done there. What a shot. Got nice and close to this 10. Beautiful shot from Carey there with the rest super well controlled. And this 10 ball for a 3-0 lead. Oh, and he nearly misses it. Cheats it in. Finds the bottom of the hole nonetheless. And it's their break again. So excited they didn't know whose break it was. If you guys are looking for something to play from home or your local pool room, I highly, highly recommend CSL IPL. The Ghost League starting up February 7th, so you can get registered now. CSLIPL.com. Fantastic practice. I think this is the ultimate focused practice. Playing the Ghost in this kind of format in a league setting, you can't beat it. Definitely upped my game as well. It's always nice to even just find a little extra gear. This has kept me focused through every week. I'm always gunning for a high run. Make sure you check it out. Vegas Ready session coming up. Get your weeks in, sanctioned through CCS, ACS, as well as BCA. Qualify yourself for all those great events. Maggie is new. Welcome, Maggie. The weather is beautiful today. Unbelievably beautiful. But that's it. It stops there. Tomorrow is back to minus 18 Celsius, I think they said tomorrow. And Breck, Happy New Year to you too, and everyone else tuning in. Thanks for joining us. I thought it was funny how Carey said this. Well, it's with the turtle rack. It's easy. And then balls never go in on this table. Let's see what Clint and Kirk can do to try to get in this match. They got to get a game on the board quick here. This can slip away pretty fast. And it looks like he's played a bit of a two-way shot there. I'm not positive he was trying to make that ball. I think he knew he wasn't selling out anything. Below freezing in Texas. Ooh-wee. Nice. Kids being a total brat. Babysitting, streaming, playing. It's a lot of work. What are you going to do? Yeah, super cold, Maggie. We've had some wicked cold days. Wicked cold. There was a day we were like the coldest place on the planet or something. It was wicked, wicked cold here. I think we'll see another safe from Mike. Let's see what he's got. This time he always comes with a good little safe. Knows the shots well. Has he left a window? Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. Maybe I'll just give him the headset and he can commentate. That'd be even better. Instead of whispering in my ear every 3 shots. As long as he's keeping the language reasonable, then that's okay. He's too busy looking at me to see what happened. They got ball in hand. Good thing he asked. Yeah, a little window to get through, but he ran into the 7 ball there. Great chance for them to go up 4-0 here, I think. These balls lay really nice. Just the 4 to the 5 is kind of the only tricky ball, because everything else is near to the line you want to be on anyway. Like even the 6 to the 7 might look far away, but the line is good. Oh, and this is probably a good angle. Little further away than Carey'd like to be, but might be reaching here. It's maybe a tricky angle for a righty. Oh, and he drew into the 9. He wanted to avoid the 9 there. Now he's left a mess for Mike. He's like whispering at him between shots too. Definitely no coaching allowed, so should know better. That's part of the tough thing about this is you're not allowed to coach, so you gotta just let them do what they do, right? I definitely struggle with that aspect of these tournaments, you know. Let's see what he does. I don't mind him trying to pot this ball in the lower left, I think. I think he just cut this in with slow inside. I think it avoids the scratch, and I think he end up just avoiding the 9, just like this. Just like this, but he overhit it a little. Nice try, Mike. Overcut it a touch. I think if he didn't overcut it, it would have slowed down too. No, he said he wasn't even trying to make it. He was just trying to overcut it safe, but he got safe nonetheless. The 1 rail, I think, just below the side pocket is the shot. You just missed the 9. You just missed the side horn. You just go 1 rail at this 5, and you hope you don't follow it in. Oh, and he gave it a good effort. Really good try. Super tough line that was on. Carey's got to go to the end rail, I think, with this cue ball. I don't know why you'd go straight in and try to draw this out. It's a little tougher. You just put the cue ball close to the ball and on the end rail, and you can just spin it over. But he likes that shot. He plays lots. Guy probably hits more balls than everybody in the city, I would imagine, by a long shot. And another great chance to go up 4-0 here. Got to avoid this 8 ball coming into play, but he checked it up nice. Straight in on the 7 is not ideal, but they can shoot the 8 into the top left rather than the left side. And the 9 is near the side pocket, so they don't have to do a lot here, too. Oh, and Carey just peers in the draw shot. He's left him on the wrong side of the 8, but it's okay. What a shot that is. That distance to draw that back like that, that's buttery. Overcuts it, touch of outside. I thought he would hit it with inside. He's landed absolutely perfect here for Carey. Puts puts the chalk right in the way, just drives Carey nuts. That's hilarious. Could be the toughest guy in the room to play doubles with, Carey, although he pots like a machine. So you take the good with the bad. Well, let's see if he can refocus here. He does. Rolls it right in the heart. Never touch the rail. This is going to be 4-0, Mike and Carey. Nothing but net again. 4-0, Mike and Carey. Running away with this one. And indeed, Clint and Kirk to break. So we'll throw up another poster here, guys. CSL IPL. Make sure you check it out. All the different divisions on there. Divisions for every skill level. Sorry about these guys just barking in my ear beside me. I think they know better. Carey watches a lot of Q Sports Live too, so he would know. A little fired up, this guy, you know. Even though he's a fantastic player, he gets a little fiery. That's why he plays good, though. Nonetheless, 4-0. Mike and Carey racing a 6 here, so Clint and Kirk are running out of time to make an impact. Oh, see, I like that speed. Look at that. Both balls almost went in. That's the speed you got to hit it. That's the only way the ball goes in. You crush it, it doesn't go. He's been paying attention to where those side balls are going. Yeah, it's getting tougher and tougher, that's right, for Clint and Kirk. Although, look at this little shot. Beautiful. It's like, whose shot is it? Well, it doesn't really matter, so. It's still open. I think between the 7-8 window, if it's there, but I'm not sure it is. Otherwise, this is multiple rails. I don't think you can just go one here. The 2 rail is blocked both ways by the 10 deuce, so this is real tough. I think he's right. And you almost have to go off the 3rd rail here, so you got to go left side rail, right side rail, and hope it spins down towards the top rail quite a bit. And when the kick is that tough, it's usually better to just tie up a ball or something. So I might contemplate trying to tie up a ball, although 210 is wired in the side. So maybe rather than that, you just move the 210 so they can't combo it. If you don't hit this, you're probably going to lose that way. Oh, he hit the 3 first. Yeah, he did hit the 3 first.
That was a pretty good line you picked up there.
Yeah, he came very, very close to hitting that. Push is allowed in 10 ball. Looks like Kurt's a 524, Clint's a 596. Carries a 593. Mike Fadum's around the same, I believe. 580. These guys are good partners for sure. They're going to be dangerous in this tournament. As put on display here, up 4-0. Gets him to ref that. I'm not sure why, because he's shooting away. There's never going to be a push there. Does the 2 pass the 5? I can't tell from this angle. He would love if it did, because if he plays the combo on the 5, the 2 is going to go towards the 8. And that's ending up on the wrong side of the table. He wants it more towards the 3. Yeah, the 2 went, but now the cue ball is gone. Well, you can see the 3. I think down 4-0, you try to cut this in. I think you got to go now. Got to make some shots. And he does. What a shot. And he gets a good rub, too. About as good as he could have got. Roger, yeah, CFL's long over. Long over, and another good shot from these guys. So now they're bringing it. I like that. No quit. Make the shots. Not out of the woods yet. This shot needs to be struck well. Don't want to let it go away, and he does, and he hits it good. Easy to let that one get way down table and end up on the wrong side of the 7, so he did well to hold it there. We'll see if he holds this for the 9 in the side next, or if he's going to draw above. It looks like he's going to hold it. Just roll this in. Oh, he punched it over. Now it's going to be shot in the top right. It's almost the last pocket, I would have guessed. Pretty straight in. I don't think there's much to do here, but roll it in. Probably play the 10 in the side next would be simple. That's what he tried to do, but he overcut it. Yeah, Mike tried to kick and gave up ball in hand. So it is Carey's shot. I think he's going to go for the bank here. That's the correct play. You can kind of hold this behind the 10 if you miss it. That's what he's doing, but he made it. But net and straight in on the 10 for a 5-0 lead. These guys getting away with murder in the first match, winning Hill, and now they're going to run away with it a bit by the looks of it. Going to be real tough to beat. And they're breaking. Up 5-0, they're breaking.
We're having a sausage party over here, okay?
And they never know it's their break. I wish I was rolling that good. Doesn't matter whose break it is. Roger watched NFL and this. Yeah, we got the NFL on in here too. Plenty of NFL fans in Canada, surprisingly. Surprisingly. Well, that missed 9 ball from Clint there could be the beginning of the end, I feel. We'll see if they can recover from that. It's always so tough when, you know, your opponent's not on the hill yet. You feel like you're coming back, and then you miss a late ball, and can you recover even though the match isn't over yet? Plenty of matches have been won from down 5-0 or worse. But it is Carey to break here. And you'll watch, he's not going to crush it. He's going to hit it kind of medium, just like we saw Kirk do. Yeah, see, just kind of medium. He hit it off center. That's why he didn't get the result he wanted. But does the 9 trickle in? It doesn't. Possibly last chance here for Kirk and Clint. Kirk's going to shoot this 1 ball. You got to get all the way down table for the 2, but I think that's most of the work. The 5 to the 6 can be a little tricky. But once he's on the 2, the 3, 4, 5 is not so bad. And it looks like it's going to spin too far up table to be cuttable. Although I've seen Clint Dicey's in before. Oh yeah, just overcuts it if anything. And cue ball's getting lost again. Window here for a sight on it. I believe you can see it. Maybe not. He's looking at the rail, I think, now. I think he's going right side rail, kicking this towards the 9.
What's that? Okay.
And he did call the 9, so I'm just going to spin this a little. Oh no, the cue ball's gone. And that could be it. Just the 5 to the 6 is the problem, you know.
This isn't chill billiards. It's the leather pocket.
Oh, and they are going to play the combo. And I don't mind just leaving that ball there. I don't think you need to play a combo here. The 3 goes in the same pocket as the 4. They like getting rid of it now, I guess. It's all about the 5 to the 6 here. That's all. All on the 5 to the 6. So it's key that he gets Carey where he wants to be here. Close to straight in, I think, is good. Yeah, this is pretty good. I think Carey can just draw this out. That's probably exactly where he wanted to be because he likes to draw these balls. Coming around for another look. Possibly didn't want to be there. Oh, now he's looking at a 6-10. That doesn't make any sense. He's got the stroke to just draw this ball out to where it is now. Out to middle table, that's all. We've seen him do it lots. One good shot here will finish off the match. They get good on the 6, it's over.
Hummers and hollers. Hummers and hollers. Might be leaving you a billiard.
These guys are talking too much for my liking. There's not supposed to be any coaching in this tournament yet. I've heard Carey coaching 3 or 4 times. I'll see what he does. I'm not sure why he hasn't just drawn this ball back. I know it's a tough shot, but he's got the stroke for it. And he's done the absolute last thing I think he should have done was froze the cue ball on the rail. He was nowhere near straight in to have to do that. He could have at least punched it over a little and give Mike more of the ball. I think this is a very tough shot. If he's playing the billiard on the 10, it's super tough. Especially with the cue ball on the rail. He can't play with any siding, you know. Well, it's leaving distance, so. But an extra chance for Clint and Carey here. Clint has a big 6 ball here to keep themselves alive. He's going to spin around 2 rails. He tried to spin around 2 rails, but he hit it too thick. This is going to line behind the 8. There's no shot here. He's going to be kicking at this ball and not in a good way. He's got to kick it by the 8 into the bottom left, I believe. Yeah, and that's what he's called. I'll see. This could be the end shot if he can make it somehow. I think he's going to hit at a speed where if he doesn't make it, he kind of leaves it behind the 8. See what he does here. He's not ready to shoot it yet. Somebody's too close to the side of the table for his liking. Other people shooting. How dare they? It's funny, for such a good shooter, his focus level is just not good.
It's not quite there yet.
It's not good.
Well, Ben, I'm all fed up.
Just in time to watch the last possibly 2 minutes. I'm going to predict
Well,
of
and I
this
was
match.
I was debating whether I should jump on or not, but I figured
Might as well.
may as well. It could go another game. You never know.
He could. It has the makings of it now.
Sure does.
But anyways, we don't have. I don't want to give him too much air. That's why. None. I don't want to give him any air.
I'm sure somebody out there has an old cue that they'll donate.
Very well could.
They're a dime a dozen. Oh, he punched into the 8 there. I thought he would go around the 8.
How are you, Sarah?
Now, this is way more angle than Clint wanted, and he can't reach it. Needs the extension. Can let this cue ball get away a bit.
If you overhit this, it brings the 10 in.
Yeah, that's where it gets away. I think you got to play it with kind of inside spin to hold it. Drag it a little bit. Might be
Well,
playing.
you know, these tables apparently, at least from this perspective, look like they're playing really quick.
They are playing quick. It's also because
Overcut it.
it's so dry, right?
It is.
It's bone dry with how cold it's been.
Does he get the little window?
He's got the window. I think he's going to cut this in and try to spin around. I don't think you can hold this. You got to go up and down, or you got to go around with lots of inside. When it goes up and down, this brings the 10 into play.
It sure does. Does the 8 pass the 10?
It does. Carey's going to have a real tester, though.
Shooting off the beach.
If anybody can do it, it's probably him. Might just spear this. We've seen it a lot of times from him. He pots well.
He does. Usually you're pretty Johnny on the spot with these type of shots, too.
Yeah. Oh, he
He
really
dug.
tried to pump it.
He dug.
Where does this
Dug
stop?
deep.
Definitely nobody knows.
Right over the hole.
They needed this. They haven't got
They do.
any easy looks, so. So mad. Up 5-0, just tilting.
Right?
Easily the hardest guy to play with in the room.
Yeah, I would agree.
But you take the good with the bad. He pots like a maniac, so. This is
See
not
if
over.
Clint, yeah, we'll see if Clint can hold it together.
Oh, no.
Does he get away with it?
Mike spoke too soon there. He said, I think I can make this. And then and it froze. Definitely not making this.
This is a tester, that's for sure. I don't even know if you can cut that into that left side pocket.
I don't think you can.
I think he's too far behind, eh?
And I don't think you can chip the right side of it that he's looking at now. Like, you have to chip the bottom of it.
Yeah, and just place the cue ball down to that left bottom
I've seen
pocket.
this too many times. Like, Carey doesn't even need to look at this ball. It's not his shot.
Right?
Oh, he could thin that side of it. That's a really great shot from Mike there. Look at the
Look
speed
at the
control.
speed. Perfect.
How good is that? And this is very makeable for Kirk, but what a great shot from
Yeah, it sure
Mike. That's
was.
all he could do
Yeah,
there.
really nothing else you could do there. I might have played off the bottom side and left that 10 ball where it is and have the cue ball down to the
And,
left-hand
like,
pocket.
leave a bank or something. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, he missed pro side.
Yeah, he was definitely aiming to overcut that if he was going to miss it, but I think we're going to see Carey cut this in. I think that's how this match is going to end. Although, now that he's taken this long to shoot it, I feel like it's lower percentage.
Yeah, he should have just got up and fired it.
For him, he's got to just fire it. Yeah. And he slow
drug
rolls
it.
Yeah, why did
He
he
drug
drag
it,
Yeah.
left it hanging.
I don't think the drag shot is the right
No,
play
not there.
there. Yeah.
No. Just straight top it in, put it in the hole.
Yeah, inside spin, if anything, but never drag. That makes the cut way harder. That slow spin.
They're on the board.
They are on the board. 5-1. Perfect timing for you to be sitting in.
Right?
You came in just for this plug, right?
Just for this Jam Up Apparel plug.
You knew it was going to go one more game.
Well, I figured, right? You never know. Stranger things have happened, but we may as well plug Jam Up Apparel. If you haven't been there, guys, make sure you go and check out their website, jamupapparel.com. Lots of new things going on the website. Some new designs, some new shirt ideas. There's lots going on. A big announcement, actually, just out of Jam Up Apparel, where we became the official clothing sponsor for CSI, BCA, and another big one coming down the lines. But if you are looking for any kind of custom team jersey, that's the spot to do it.
Clint really got the speed right there. We've been watching that lots. There's a sweet speed where those balls will go in the side, otherwise they don't quite go.
I can't figure that speed out.
Clint got it figured out there. It's really tricky on this table in particular.
Yeah, this table doesn't give up much.
No. Oh, and a nice little shot there from Kirk. So
I
they're
don't
not done
know.
yet.
Does it pass the 9, though?
I think so. Otherwise, he would have tried to do more with it, I believe.
I think that's tight.
Pretty easy safe if not.
Oh, to the heart of the pocket even.
Yeah, I think just because he had a little angle on the one, he could have maybe punched over if the 2 didn't go. But
Uh-oh. What are you going to do here?
you got
8
miss-
ball is in
miss
play.
8, yeah. But the angle's not bad if you do miss it like that. What a great shot. It's going to work
And
out perfect.
bumped to perfection.
He hit
Almost
it nice.
perfection.
He hit it nice
Got
to
a
avoid
little
the
bit
8.
of a funny angle on that 4 ball to get down for the 5 ball, but it's not terrible. It's doable.
And the 5's nice and close to the hole, so he doesn't necessarily need to get down table.
I
Could
have to
just-
get down table.
Could just leave this middle and then just cut it in. I don't think you have to try to do too much.
I think he's got a lot of angle on that 4 ball.
Yeah, just draw to middle. I like that rather than going around, but look at the stroke.
Look at this.
See, that's kind of
That'll
what I
do.
was thinking was on this kind of line. Right into the 9, he goes perfect.
That will do.
Clint's got those big spin shots, you know. He's good at
He
those
loves
shots.
to play that juicy juice. I noticed that I played him in the Triple Elim tournament, and he really likes to move that cue ball.
Oh, yeah, he likes to spin it as much as he can when he can.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, no. These guys can't even remember whose shot it is. They're just too busy talking to each other and waving their
Right.
arms around while their opponent's shooting. You know?
Exactly.
If somebody did that to him, he'd lose his mind.
Yep.
I think it needs to be stated. I don't like to take it easy on him. I know you don't either.
Nope. I'll give him the gears when it needs to be given.
And he'll go back and watch this and listen, and
I hope
hopefully
so.
he'll understand that he was flailing
What's good
his
for the
arms there.
goose is good for the gander as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. If I was flailing my arms around like
Oh,
he was in
he
his
would
line,
lose his
yeah,
mind.
he'd be livid.
Well, we just saw that, right? There was an opponent that was, how dare he play his shot on
he
his
was
table.
too close to the
right?
table. He didn't like it, so he had to wait.
Yeah.
But or we saw it earlier in the match where he was shooting a ball down here, and Mike put the chalk on the table. How dare he put the chalk down, you know,
Right.
near his shot.
Right? Every now and again, you got to give him the gears.
You have to. You can't let him get away with it all the time.
No. He well learned that the last time him and I played.
That's right.
Right, but I let it go.
Yeah.
I saw him out there today.
Well, I am going to
Didn't even
remind
mention
him at the end of this match that there's no coaching allowed.
Yeah.
It's been 3 or 4 times where he's like, bank it, combo. It's like, what? You can't tell him.
Right.
I know you want to, and it's hard
Oh,
not
totally.
to. But everybody's playing the same game.
Yeah.
Nobody's coaching. You
That's
shouldn't
it.
be either, right?
I agree. And we all have to play by the same rules.
That's right. It's hard not to coach. You want to tell them, you know.
Of course. Although I did not today. I more or less wanted to just sit here on a microphone. My back is sore and
I maybe should have
I'm
done
getting
that too.
old.
I should have made that choice too.
Right?
I did say we'd do the review around 3 o'clock, so I wonder if there were any league players tuned in other than Peter. They're like, is this the review?
Yeah, right. What's the race to? Race to 6 on the A side, race to 4 on the B side.
This is it. Just one shape shot on this 10, and this match is over.
That's it. This could be curtains.
Mike says, I think I can make this ball. He's so scared that if he misses, he might get yelled at. So
Right.
he's definitely going to make
Got to
it.
take his time here,
Terrified.
right?
Up
Good job,
6-1.
boys.
Good shot. All right, so I think we'll be back pretty quick for another match.
I agree. What time are we looking
I know
at?
I will be. It's 3:22.
3:22. We got a review to do. Maybe we can jump in and get that done.
We'll figure it out anyway. I'm going to jump off before these guys start trying to talk to me again.
I agree. All right, guys. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the next match. Locked, loaded, ready to rock and roll. On behalf of Ben Francis, myself, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't go far. We'll be back here as soon as possible.